What's up, silly people? It's Silly Saturdays. Probably the last me non-being a dad Silly Saturdays. At least I hope so. My baby's due date was on Monday, and now we're doing everything natural. So typically 41 plus 3, so 10 days past the due date, is like pretty statistically average. So we got another Silly Saturdays video where we're gonna be doing a mystery box from a subscriber, which I was given probably back in February, because I'm a very timely man. Also, a massive group just started on 1, and because it's Silly Saturdays and nothing matters, we're starting on hole number 3. The rules for my mystery box videos are always that you have to throw whatever's in the box off the tee. You can throw whatever you've taken out of the box for your next shots, and I can putt with normal putting putters until I draw a putter from the box. I'm gonna go in the order that this was given to me, and looks like we have the molds for the mystery box, and this doesn't seem to be one of them. This is like a new stamp. It says final run, Bonanza disc golf. It's got like blue ones, and it's got pink ones, and it's an alpaca, and then I think, does it say on here that there's also proto glow Romans and lightweight halo sphinxes and bomber emperors? Huh, weird. It also says they may be on the site today, but official video coming with them the day of the birth. Oh, weird. This is not in the mystery box, so we'll just kind of throw those up there as our putting putters. First disc out of the box is, what in the world? 173 gram MVP Energy 13404. This looks like a disc that I absolutely would not like too much. Good thing I only have to throw it 215 feet. Wow, this thing looks overstable and it's crazy flat. This is like nearly tilt level. I don't think it's gonna be as beefy as the Apocalypse, but it's gonna be a little bit nuts. First throw out the car, birdie number 1. That is nuts. Oh, it's rolling. Oh, it's rolling up the hill. Let's go. We got that energy, baby. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. My brain has been absolutely fried. I expected the baby to come probably around this time, Thursday, Friday. I guess the 31st of July. It's now August 1st as I'm recording. I mean it's August 2nd because it's Saturday because it's Silly Saturdays. But August baby, it's looking more likely than not. It would be absolutely insane if it wasn't. I think that would probably be a historical record. My brain is like scrambled eggs because I can get a call any minute that we need to like start preparing and get everything ready to go to the birthing center. So I'm actually very grateful for Silly Saturdays. I know that you guys like these videos, and I love making them, and I love mystery boxes, and I don't have to think too much. But for today, since this is my home course, Owl's Den, and recently I've kind of been averaging like 12 under par, I think 11 or 12. It's a 9-disc mystery box from what I understand, not including these obviously, and we're not gonna throw these, just putt them. I've not putted with alpacas in a while. But if I can't shoot 9 down or better, because I know this course so well, I should be able to throw anything on this course. For every stroke not 9 down, I'll give a disc away. So 8 down, 1 disc, 7 down, 2 discs, so on and so forth. Okay, player 2's kind of killer. Player 1, we'll see about that later. No, you did not just do that. Absolute hater. 1 over through 1 on the shortest hole in the entire universe. If anyone wants to send a mystery box for Silly Saturdays, I do have a P.O. box, but I'd ask that you don't just directly send it, because if I get too many, I can't do them all, and that would be bad. If you just want to send stuff, have no expectation of like seeing it anywhere, please feel free. Otherwise, reach out to me and have like a theme with your mystery box. This one's theme is, I'm like 6 months late to ever throwing any of these discs. But if you have a theme, reach out to me on Instagram and we can see about putting one together for a Silly Saturdays video, because mystery boxes are my love language. Next disc. Ooh, it's like a special blend A2 maybe? 171 gram A2, really pretty. I haven't thrown A2s like in my bag in a while. This hole's 303. My butt is so sore from training these last 2 days, and it's also 100 degrees out. So now that I got all the excuses out of the way, let's park it with the A2. Oh no. Okay, listen to the excuses, please. What the heck was that? Don't tell anybody, but I use the Silly Saturdays video as my warm-up video, and that's why I put 9 down as the line, because I'm really smart and think things through very well. This is maybe the worst shot I've ever had on this hole. That makes sense. Yeah, very interesting. Also, if you didn't know, blue and pink, we're not announcing the gender of the baby too early. There's blue and pink, and then the first pink came out purple. So if you don't want to guess and you just want a purple stamp disc, you can snag one of those as well. But there aren't a crazy amount, but there's like enough that probably most people who want one can get one. So we'll talk more about it later. But next up is, what the heck is, this says Paipan disc on it. I think it's probably just manufacturing or something, but there's like an indent there. I put my finger on it. Heard of this company. Let me see if I can find that sheet that was in here. I've heard it's like a company based out of Ohio, and I'm from Ohio. Let's see, I'm gonna try to not read past this. It says 3 Paipan discs. Oh, Uncle. They call it from the Uncle, and they call it 14403 Baker's Blend, which is like star-ish. 14 speed on hole 5, 374. I've really been liking this inside kind of hyzer flip. Wow, my butt is so sore. You don't even know that, but I'm telling you still. There's a right to left, so I could try just this massive hyzer, but I think we might just try. It doesn't seem to be as overstable as it suggests, so we're gonna try to smooth it a little bit. Oh, baby! Get the straight skip. Ooh! That is not 14.403. I do know a lot of companies like to talk about their 13 speeds as if they're 14 speeds, or the vice versa. So like discs that maybe are like 2.4 centimeters or 24 millimeters in the rim diameter, 2.4 centimeter discs, they'll call 13 speeds. Like a Nuke and a Boss, I think, have very close rims to like MVP fast discs. Kind of feels like a faster 13 speed. The glide's probably a little better than Ford, maybe like a 502 or a 5-12. But because flight numbers are mostly advertising and not like scientific, maybe they're just a company who likes to put their flight numbers more towards the AM side. If someone who doesn't throw very far is throwing that disc, it's gonna react like a 14.403. Ooh, quarter pocket. Yeah, this doesn't even feel like a 13 speed. This feels like a 12 speed. Also, if anything on the sheet is wrong, blame Ryan. He was in my Sphinx video.
You can't really go wrong with this. Nice shot, shapeable.
Who for some reason, MA2 guy, but bombs it with the left hand. Maybe because he's like Big Tony and likes to cheat as a lefty. If anything is on that sheet is wrong, you can blame him. I cannot wait to show you guys all like the baby content that I have planned, because it's a lot of good stuff for my travels and some videos that I think you guys are gonna absolutely love. That being said, next disc here, because you're already obviously absolutely loving this video. Hole 6. Oh, sweet. Wow, this is crazy. This is the Mr. Box. How did he get this? How did he play Waco and get this signed by Isaac and drawn on? And then how did that happen? That's crazy. What, like this is literally before Waco. I was needing more Chariots and he had one. And he's like, I'll put together a Mystery Box for you. I think like literally in February. He's local. And then I took this to Waco and then I beat Gannon and Isaac in a practice round. And then I like got 100th place at the tournament, like 97th or something. I put it back in here along with one other disc at the end, which maybe is in the lake at DDO. And so I had to find a replacement for it. Please skip really straight. Ew. It's a putt. Whew, a little shorty. I thought I would honestly wobble that up too much. I should probably just trust myself to be smooth instead of trying to force through stuff. And go through this left side, which looks electric, but the play is for sure just hyzing around this with these guys. Oh, baby! Thank you, tree. And just like that, we're 2 down through 4 with a little bogey. Not the end of the world at all. Next, disc. So we grab for the alpaca, since I aced with the zone here. Ooh! I've actually been like wanting to throw this disc for a long time. It's this interval. And obviously I opened this box way long ago, but this interval is like crazy, crazy domey. So, very interested. It might be the bomber today, because the energy, you know for sure I'm not throwing that thing crazy far, but they're also really good for 227-foot aces. Oh, Saturday almost just got a whole lot sillier. We might just putt the pink one. Thought I could break the curse, but alas. This might be looking bad if I do have a son. He might not be the best at disc golf if he can't even make a putt. Then again, he might just be taking after his dad if that's the case. First par of the round, 283 feet, dead ahead. So we got, huh? What the heck? The Grunt, it looks like. This might be another one from that same company, if I remember correctly. Yep, Pie Pan Discs. This is the bakery blend. Hopefully you can see that there. I'm not gonna look up what he says about it, but it seems like it is in 8.5.02. I said 02 and then I threw it on a hyzer flip instead of flat. That's not the worst tree in the world. That did have a very smooth flight though, so can't be mad about that. Let's see what he says. 9.5-12. Says straighter Undertaker. Bacon blend. So I guess that's 2 discs in a row that feel slower than the numbers that at least Ryan gave to the Pie Pan discs. I think -1-2 might be sensible. Come on. Come on, blue guy. Let's go. Almost like it's me and not the disc. Who would have thought? That's crazy. Hole 9, 241. Straight ahead. Tight little like flex line. There's a little head left to right, but I really just like want to try to pure this line that you see straight to the basket. There's a big hyzer. There's a forehand. Hope we get a disc that has some sort of stability. We have a, ooh. Oh, I think this was in this. Whoa. Polygraph prototype driver. Doesn't even say Athena on it. Jeez, this is generous. Thank you. Holy. ESP. Oh, this feels good. This feels real good. Doesn't even have tooling on it. No way. I don't know if you guys remember, but way back when I used to talk about how much I really did not like the Discraft tooling, and now I've gotten so used to throwing with my fingers on the tooling that this has literally no tooling on it. I feel like this disc might be worth something after this throw. Maybe like $2. Oh, too much. Overstability. Oh, and a tree hit too. Gotta flex that guy some more, but that is gonna be a really nice disc on the back nine. There are some tunnel shots, 3 in a row, that just might be perfect for, because it seems like a perfect Athena. Very straight with some hookup. There have been some flippier ones that have come out. There have been some more overstable ones, like one of the ledgestone runs that I've had just outside. Really not actually that bad. Oh, dang it. 3 down on the front 7. There's actually nobody on holes 1 and 2 right now. So I think I'm gonna sneak over and play those real fast. That way I can start the back 9 with a bomber guy, play it, choosing my own discs, because the back 9 is definitely a little harder than the front. You wanna score on the front, even though I find I typically am scoring pretty equal on the back right now, which is pretty sweet. But if I can get one of these last 2 and kind of end, what would that be, 3 or 4 under maybe? I feel like I have a pretty good chance, since I will get to choose whatever I wanna throw now. That being said, hole 1, our 8th hole, is straight ahead 276, and we are gonna be throwing 2 discs left. Oh, they both kind of seem like putters. The first one, the bagger from Pipe Hand Disc. Cherries? It says cherry there, so maybe that's plastic. 173 grams. Oh, this feels interesting. So now that we have a putter, we do have to putt with this. I can't putt with the alpacas anymore, and I was actually finally getting a little used to them. Well, maybe not. You saw how terrible that last putt was. This does feel a little shallower, actually. Like, it'll be a little nicer to putt, but it's beaded. Part of yesterday's video was going to be this Thought Space Numa, the new Nerve plastic, just putting with it. And it looks pretty similar to the Numa, actually, but just a little more round down here. Kind of like a Numa had a baby with Kratos. I don't know if that makes any sense, but 275, soft turnover. I haven't really turned this over today, so. There we go. Oh, it's kind of stable, but also very glidey. Wow. I feel like I didn't throw that as hard as it pushed in the air, which is pretty sweet. I feel like that probably is a pretty true 2301, maybe even 2302 or 2401. All right, this was great. I thought I shorted it. 2301, it honestly feels wider diameter, closer to the 3-speed for sure. The Alpaca is a 3-speed, and this is even bigger than the Alpaca, actually. Close to like a mid-range putter, and actually pretty domey and premium plastic. So maybe not my favorite to putt with. Feels like if you take a Color Glow and make it a little slicker. Very interesting. And I already know what this disc is because I had to replace the 9th disc because I threw it into the water on DDO hole 16 during a practice round. I think I have like 10 discs in there, but I think someone found it. And I didn't have any premium of these that weren't the Eagle Envy, or I guess a couple from my own runs. So I threw in here a base Envy, but I promise not to putt with this because I would not have putted with the Glow, so I'll putt with the Badger. I would much rather putt with this, I think. 374 down there, 375. I'm gonna throw a really big Sky Anheuser to make sure I get through this gap. Just finish warming up. Oh, it's way too nose up. Never mind, no. Don't think I said anything because I'm pretty sure I'm like parked. Okay, wow, that's awesome. Well, I guess that's bonus points for my ability to go throw Sky Anheisers because I thought I stalled it out 2 nose up. But even as a putter, it kept pushing forward. And I think I basically got it there. That was a fun shot to throw. This is nuts. Oh, that feels slippy out of my hands, which I don't like. So a little extra grip. Better than that. Okay, perfect. Birdie. 5 down with a bogey. We're chilling. Does seem like this is a non-favorable win for this hole. So now I get to choose everything I throw. And 5 down on the front 9 means I only need 4 of these back ones and no bogeys. 2 of the par 4s are going to play into pretty straight headwinds. I'm not going to lie. We're playing pretty good out here. Promise to throw this one at least one more time off the tee. And to get started, we either have an interval or this Pipe Hand disc. This does feel bigger than the interval, and the interval claims to be 12 speed. We'll throw this Pipe Hand disc one. It's only 170 grams, so maybe that's a little different, but. Okay, it didn't flip hard. Uh-oh. As long as I got around enough, I should be able to pitch up for a birdie on this one, 630-foot par 4. I guess I thought that was gonna be flippier. Maybe I was throwing it into different winds. Hyzer flip forehand there. Or, oh man, we're gonna make it happen. This is about to be the best scramble this hole's ever seen. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. That is some textbook over rotation. Your core needs to be engaged there, otherwise it's just gonna take your whole body with you, and now I have to get up and down for par. Oh my gosh, go in. Oh, it's so short, never mind, what am I talking about? That's for me remembering that the tree's there. Another bogey, and we're back to 4 down. Oh my gosh, I almost missed that. I chalked that hole up to a gimme birdie, and now that I think about it more, I should have let it just flip to Narnia. Hole 11, 260, energy, flex forehand. Ooh, that thing is overstable. Envy throw in maybe? Kind of putt in from 120. Okay, nice little 30 footer. That's what you like to see. I feel like the energy is like the disc for overhand players because it feels decent. Otherwise, it's just like literally just a bigger tilt is what it feels like. Oh, thank goodness. Wow. And also Saturdays. But it's time to lock in. I don't know why I whispered. 720-foot par 4. I almost always play this road as OB, and we'll determine if I do that today by whether or not I put it in bounds. It's nice and domey. This seems like it should be a bomber, and I just didn't trust the overstability on that hole, so now I think I can trust it to actually flex it a bit. 7 holes to go, and I need 5 of them. Let's just get the next 5 and not even worry about it. Yeah, it's definitely got some turn to it. That was almost more flat than anything. That's an interesting disc. I think that was a really good shot. Seems like a 13.5 -1-2 disc to me. Also, yes, we are playing the road as OB. This honestly didn't quite go as far as I thought it would have seen its flight. Maybe it is close for like a 4 glide or so, but with some turn and some fade. We got to get about 80 feet past that log. Not an easy little shot here because of where this landed. I think we'll try this one, the grunt. This really feels like an 8 speed. Oh, this is tough. I have to almost step out here. What a bad lie. Skip over it, please. Yes, dude. Oh, it's so good. This honestly probably was pretty close to going in if this is where it landed. This mystery box is some pie pan propaganda over here. Ooh, that's fun to say. I'm gonna try the energy one more time. I got a birdie with it. That thing is psycho. That might be the first disc to give it away if I can birdie with all these. Basket's behind that tree, in between those kind of 2 trees that you see there, 290 feet. Realistically, this is like a Chariot hyzer over this hill, maybe a little forehand with an interval, or maybe even like an Athena. We're gonna try this energy on a backhand because we've only thrown it forehand, and I am much better at backhanding. No, you didn't, dude. That was gonna be so good. Oh my gosh. Needless to say, that disc is probably not for me. There's a basket. There's the disc. Never been down here before. Wouldn't recommend. Use this again as a little send-off throw. That is so tilty. It does seem to have a little more push for sure than the tilt does. Oh my. It might be the closest actual counterpart to a tilt. Definitely a little faster, but that Apocalypse that I threw is more overstable than this. Not nearly as much of like a normal disc like this is. And like, I bet Jake Wolf would enjoy this. I wonder if he has some now that he's open bag. 14, this is the ace hole. 245. Oh, I'm also cooking for this round. Oh my gosh, 98 degrees. Severe air quality alert. Nice. Good news though, ace time. All right, we got it. Tailwindy too. Lift. Wow, it's so glidey. Oh, that is not the middle. Still one more I can miss, and I guess technically 17. I could eagle. I've never even gotten close though. So you can see the basket through here. This is the first of 3 gap shots you have to hit. Maybe the second hardest. The third one's a par 4 at 460, so it's a little easier, but I always try to get aggressive, so that one's harder for me. Oh man, I feel like there's so much in my lungs right now. Jeez. So it's 270. Basically, it goes through this gap and then finish a little left, or there's a forehand. I think we'll throw the A2, touch a flex out of the hand, get it back to straight. I would go Chariot, but I just really, the feel of that in my hands recently, not been loving too much for some gap shots, so. Oh, A2s are so good, dude. Oh, let's go. Maybe I should, no. I have a zone right now, one of the AB Heritage zones they gave me. You'll actually see that video after the baby comes. I have that, and then I have my Ultra right now from my forehands. I feel like that's a pretty good combo because that A2 is pretty similar to that zone, just a little faster. But for now, I just gotta keep like using it in videos and enjoying it and remembering that it's the disc that never was for my bag. Although I am scared. If we can get the next one, I think we got it in the bag because we will absolutely birdie one of the last 2. But I really counted hole 16, this next one, as the one I would miss. But I saved the Athena for a shot just like this. Rip it flat. It'll get a little drifty. It'll get a little stable. We'll park it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna yield the next hole. And then I'm gonna shoot 12 down. It's gonna be crazy. That would only get me to 11 anyways. Math is hard when it's 100 degrees. Oh, not as much flip as I thought. More stable. Good kick, though. We got a 50-footer. Oh, that's pretty nice. I thought that would flip a little. That's kind of surprising. Should have just done the interval. Should have just done that. Dude, if I would have aced that, that would have been one of the coldest clips I've ever had in my life. Don't know how this flies in circle 2. I'm gonna assume a little glide, it's a little overstability. So aim for the top right chain. If I make this, we're home free. If I miss it, we gotta lock in for the last 2 holes. Oh, let's go, dude. Holy. I was just watching Jomez from the first round of Ledgestone, and Gannon made a putt for double bogey on hole 9. And it was like, it swung in like 3 feet, and I was like, just be like Gannon. His was more hearted, but that was sick. Let's go. Also, this is the interval. Okay, this makes me feel like I can be a little more aggressive on this hole, and honestly try to get to 11. Try to throw the really big anhyzer that gets a late stability and skip. Really difficult shot. Closest I've ever gotten is probably like 60-ish feet. The last hole should be a birdie. Should being a pretty operative word there. I would love to get a first-time eagle on this hole. I have a bunch of bucket list eagles, and I got really close to Adams on hole 16 the other day with Caleb at the trail video.
Oh my gosh.
Please flex, stop turning so much. Oh my gosh, dude, that's so big. This is the best shot I've ever had in this hole. I can't believe how far that shot went. I genuinely think it was probably 540 to like 525 to 540. So that thing bombs. I just have to throw the right shot here. I would go that pie pan disc, but we really haven't thrown the interval. And this one was one of my favorites, so it's a shot shape I can throw. Just very specific. Under it, under it! Okay, so glad you could at least see the first part of that shot. It didn't quite get under it. It pushed through. A little more turn, and I think I would have been close to parked, honestly. I really like that disc. It's really kind of my Wraithish style disc. I need to get back to seeing if I should throw it. I shanked an energy, so that was fun. I really suck at that disc. I tried to throw it forehand, terrible. I threw that pie pan discs, and I really think it's like a 13.5 -1.2. There's a little headwind, but I threw it a little lower and on a similar amount of turn to that interval. Honestly, better shape, but it hit the sand. Like, all this is just sandy. If it was hard pan, it would actually skip probably close to circle 1, but it's kind of pretty close to the interval. Solid disc. If you're not really throwing over 350, 375, it probably will be like a 403 disc in terms of the glide and fade. But if you're throwing harder than that, you'll get some turn out of it, I think. I would bid this one on the forehand with the A2, but that stability can easily take it down the hill. I mean, this is pretty money, 75 feet, just literally a little more turn or a little bit under that tree. Because if you hit into this hillside with any speed, like watch what happens. It goes that way. Just because if you're throwing it on hyzer, it's the grade of the hill. Like, even the energy started to do it, but because it's so overstable, it went back that way. If you're throwing something neutral or even a little overstable, not point energy overstable, it's gonna go up to where that one was. So I'll get this eagle eventually. Oh, that's not bad. Nice little layup for the 3. I'm glad I waited for so long to use this mystery box. Otherwise, I probably forgot about the interval, but that might be my forehand disc. I got a lot of them, and Drew's a friend, and it's his company, so might as well support the man, you know what I mean? Let's go. Get the last one, get to 10, we're chilling. Let's see which one I haven't thrown the most and throw it this next hole. You thought I was serious? No way. Energy, baby. A lot of anhyzer through this gap. Don't hit any of these stupid first trees, otherwise we can actually bogey, and that would be really bad. But what the heck are you? Who uses that disc? You better only use it for your silly Saturday rounds, because otherwise you're a psycho. Psycho Saturdays for you. Oh, dude. That would have been pretty nasty. Nine ball. Whoa, baby. I love silly Saturdays. More suggestions to come. Plan to use more of those. I honestly didn't think I'd have a video up today, but baby's not here. So camera overheated. I was probably rambling about something stupid. Shout out Ryan for the discs. His Instagram will be in the description if you want to follow him, but he's lefty, so like, it's crazy out here. You guys are the best.